Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am DansGaming, and today we'll be playing one of my absolute favorite games of all time. We'll be playing Dragon Age Origins. This was Dragon Age Origins was at old BioWare's peak. Dragon Age Origins followed immediately by Mass Effect 2. That was BioWare at its best. Just the absolute best. This bam, bam, back-to-back amazing hits. And this still today is one of my favorite games. And it's not even the combat, which I enjoy. It's just the writing is so good in this game. The characters are so memorable. Morrigan, Shen, Alistar, it's like they're all Leliana. They're all really good, fleshed out people that just like keep giving you more and more and more stuff to like learn about them and enjoy about them. It's just so good. But yeah, so let's just jump into the game and relive BioWare at its peak before they started their downward slope after those two games. And let's remember them for what they were. Which at their best. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. We'll be playing all the game and the DLC because I love this game. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Cantus of Eternities 813. Thanks for that resub, Co-Carnage.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it.
Whoops.
They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed.
Archers aren't that good in the base game. Don't get excited.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
chills. Ah, so good. So good. Back on determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories you play through also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. So it's either human, elf, or dwarf. Dwarf can be fighter, warrior, or rogue. Elf can be anything, so can humans. Dwarf noble. Oh, they get ritual benefits. So, human get strength, dexterity, magic, and cunning. Elf get 2 willpower, 2 magic. Dwarf get strength, dexterity, constitution, 10% chance to resist hostile magic. If you play as a dwarf, you will lock out all magic-based classes because they can't conduct magic. So that's the one disadvantage of being a dwarf, is anything that involves magic they can't do, except enchantment. Well, only one dwarf can do enchantment. Tank dwarf, resistance to magic. They do have resistance to magic though, so there's a chance that they just entirely resist magic altogether. Enchantment! Well, I like to play as myself usually in games. I will be myself, so, and I think I'm human, so I'm gonna go human. And I will go warrior or noble. I'll go human warrior, as I am a human. And then we'll go for a paladin build. I love paladins. Check again. I know. All right. Well, we're gonna go human noble.
Greetings.
Okay. No. Nope. Maybe. I could probably work with that one. Probably that one. Let's see now. Man, these graphics is one thing this game did not do very well, but let's see. Hair color needs to be a little bit lighter. Yeah, graphics is one of the parts of this game that it's not the best, but it doesn't really matter in the end. This is like young, thin me. I don't think you can adjust chonkiness of this, unfortunately, so. Stubble. That stubble is kind of intense. That beard is intense. I think that's actually even better. All right. Applebee's, thank you for the 10 gift subs. I am Dan Cousland. Let's see. Willpower. Mages can cast spells. Warrior rogue gets more stamina for techniques and combat stuff. Strength, measure character's physical prowess, physical combat, accuracy, melee attacks. Two-handed weapons, nearly critical for rogues. To high dexterity master. Constitution is health. Well, let's go 18 strength and 15 constitution. I think as a start. Oh, I can't lower these. Well, we're kind of going tanky, so let's go high constitution. So 17 to 16. There's no rolling for stats in this, unfortunately. Alright, let's see. Characters are rich enough to convince others to change their views, strength. Oh, wait. 16 cunning is what I'll need by the end. I forgot about that. I am going for like a paladin build, so I need some coercion. Yeah, I'll need at least 16, but in this game you get, when you level up, you get stat points, right? So I can like spec into that later, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I'll be able to pump it up. Okay, so we'll do that. So we're kind of going paladin-y. So I want to build a speech and then also have some physical prowess. Alright, now... powerful. Through training and hard work, the warriors gain greater health and reduced fatigue penalty for wearing armor. Sounds alright. Precise striking. The warrior tries to make each attack count. Sacrifice attack speed for bonus to attack. You might notice that some of these abilities are different because I have a mod installed that tweaks abilities because the base game's combat is kind of boring and unbalanced. Shield defense. The character drops in defense stat, favors a shield, getting boost defense, a chance to shrug off missile attacks, but taking a penalty to damage. You're boring and unbalanced. We'll go shield defense because we will be tanking and we'll be on nightmare, so we're gonna play a nightmare. All right.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Papa, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Hi, Tim Curry. Is your family here, our Hal?
Oh no, I left them in Amaranthi and well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
Delilah's quite a bit younger than I am.
Oh, as you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, may God bless his heart.
A temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Are you certain? What's involved with such a task?
Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They defeated the Darkspawn long ago.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
This can be played in a variety of tactical viewpoints. Use the mouse wheel to scroll your camera downward to exploration mode. Scroll forward. While paused, you can issue orders to your characters. Right-click on your desired destination. Your character now has a move order. You can issue order in real time or pause. Press space to unpause now. I love that. The PC version has tactical mode, which is great. So good. Thank you guys for all those subs and resubs. Sog, Super Toad, Mothman, Tasdark, Acid Roof, Swepper, everyone else that did. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, that's right. We can just do this in this one. Oh, hi there.
Yes?
Hi, Tim Curry. I just want to talk to you some more. How long have you and Father been friends?
We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
You knew King Maric?
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
You don't think much of King Kalen?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal.
Oh.
Speak of our king.
Oh.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
So your daughter's interested in me?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
I got the impression Delilah didn't like men.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
We'll see.
I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return.
I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
I just want to wish you well, our Hal. Friend of our family.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Quite. Are you sure you'll be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
Where do you think Fergus is?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew.
Is sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case.
In case of what?
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
Alright, now you're just scaring me, father.
The thought scares me too. But we are Cousland men, and we must be brave. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
I'll go now.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Yeah, you finished your meeting with Duncan.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
I was hoping to ask you a quick question or two.
Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
Are there really Darkspawn in the south?
Indeed. We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Cousland took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
How many Darkspawn are there?
Thousands. Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the Darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface.
How much danger are Fergus and my father in?
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large Darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the King's camp.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens?
Of course. You are young, skilled, and obviously responsible, if your father is willing to turn his castle over to you. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
Did you really come all this way to see Sir Gilmore?
I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
You know the king?
Not well. King Cousland is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he is a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
Yeah.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the King's reasons, I'll take his support. The priority is defeating the Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden.
I'll leave you alone then.
Until we speak again.
Oh my god, that mini-map is fucking tiny. Holy shit. Is there no scaling at all in this game? The UI doesn't scale at all, does it? I don't think it does. Damn. I can barely see that.
It shall be done.
Lucky the big map's a lot bigger. Let's explore our castle. I'm a noble. There's a mod for that, a mini-map mod. It's not that huge of a deal. I can always look at the map. What's in here? You can't steal if it's yours. Oh, you can use the Alt button? Oh, that's right.
Good evening, my lord.
Is it the Alt button? No, it's Tab. I just hit chat. Yeah, there is a mod to bash locks, but you know, I like if you do that, then why bother with a rogue? You know, I like rogues being able to open locks. Hello there.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Oh wait, you're an elf. Clean my quarters, wench. What? I'm a noble, and she's a low-class elf. I have to put her in her place. She spoke to me.
Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Why are you looking for me?
I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the larder again?
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Barbara! Calm down, woman! Calm down! Someone hose her down! To the kitchen, then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
God, she's going crazy.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
He's not a mongrel, he's a pure-blood Mabari.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
To equip new items, you need to open the inventory screen. Do so now. Click on the highlighted I button. Ooh. To unequip, drag an item from its icon left side screen and back into... Place them in your quick bar. Drag into your quick bar now. Wow, that quick bar is so tidy. That quick bar is so small.
Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
How'd he get in the larder this time?
How in the blazes am I supposed to know? He up and walked through the wall, I expect. That hound isn't natural. I see it in his eyes. He does this on purpose, just to torment me.
It's just really, really tiny. Look at.
Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
You will keep a civil tongue or I will cut it out.
Yes, of course, my lord. I do apologize. I just need to feed all the soldiers here and the Arl and Lady Landra and her entourage. I have so much to do. Get the dog out and keep him away, I beg you.
Damn right, show me some respect. Aw, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
His little tail. Timmy? Timmy's in the well? Are you trying to tell me something, boy?
He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Enter the name for the dog. I'm gonna call him Jippy. Alright. Go ahead and you attack that one. You attack that one. Wait, got the. You attack that one. Activate your ability. Ooh, so small. I have shield bash and turn on your defensive. Okay, go. Come on now.
It has begun. As you said.
Yeah, music's a bit loud in this part.
Serves you right.
The sound's all over the place.
Got one.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
I know, the music got really loud in the music for some reason. Oh, I remember this. This was their big feature, was covered in blood. It just comes off as weird. Those were very large rats.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Arl's men.
All right, Jippy. That's... Okay, I have one question for you. Who is a good boy? Who's a good boy? Do you know? You're a good boy. Deep mushroom. I think he's a good boy.
I shall do it.
Elf fruit.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats. Big ones.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will.
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
Yeah, the rats are dead. It's quite a mess, in fact. Look at me. I am covered in blood, woman.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
What?
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any mods to fix the UI because it's locked down. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think it's possible. The only way to do it would be to lower the resolution, and then if I did that, then everything gets fuzzy. Well, we'll see how bad it is if I lower the resolution down. Well, that does make it way more manageable, but it is lower resolution. Yeah. I'll just live with it. It's fine. Yeah, that's... I'll live with it. Okay, the game did not like that. Let me need to reload. Okay, let's make a new save. And loading. Wait, what? Let's try that again. I don't know what's going on. Oh, maybe if I drag this, it'll fix it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There, now we're fixed. Okay, we're good. Locked. Insufficient skill. Need a sneaky character.
Good evening, my lord.
Did he just address me? Did he speak to me out of line? Wow. Does he not realize I'm a noble lord? You don't just speak to him.
Good evening, my lord.
Well, hello there.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
Wait a minute, is that Tigger? What's his name? The guy who voices Tigger? Still the same taskmaster, I see.
If the mind is not exercised, it withers just as the body does. Perhaps you'd care to join me in teaching the lesson?
Certainly, I'd be happy to.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
Where was our line founded?
Records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
Yeah, I remember something about an age in there.
Every day I pray to the Maker that my lessons will stick, and every day he tasks me anew. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tyrn.
We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
Wow. It's your skills as a tutor, of course.
If I were truly a skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look that up later.
Wow.
At any rate, your family has held the Tyrnir of High Ever since before King Cousland united Ferelden. In fact, Tyrna Elethea Cousland battled Cousland to maintain High Ever's independence.
We opposed the king?
Well, the Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Cousland was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Cousland's army reached High Ever, Tyrna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Cousland won.
And Cousland had let us keep the Tenrir?
Cousland wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Cousland asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Tell about our relationship with Arl Hal.
The history between the Couslands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
These kids are just like... When did Orlais occupy High Ever?
During your grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Tyrnir's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
We fought the Howls?
Your grandfather couldn't afford to lose Harper's Ford. In keeping the town, your family drove Orlais from its lands. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Kaelin, to fight the Darkspawn.
Timed in the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all I'm gonna do with myself all this while you do this.
Oh, Jim Cummings. You are a great man, sir. History of Ferelden, Chapter 1. History of Ferelden. Does that go into my log? My big log? History of Ferelden, Chapter 2. Hello, library.
Good evening, my lord.
Damn right. Hello, child.
Are you marching off to war? The Darkspawn will all be killed, and I was old enough to fight. Is that true?
Yes, that's all true. Hello.
I shall do it.
Culture of Ferelden. 50 experience. Nice. How long are these books, though? Culture and history. Woo! Those are beefy. Okay, if you want to read it, you can pause the video if you're watching this on YouTube and read it yourself. Just pause and read. This will be on YouTube later, or you can clip it if you want to read it yourself. They're just very long. None of this is super important, but you can read it if you like. Dogs in Ferelden. Read. Some people like to read this stuff. Give them a chance to pause the video and read if they want. If they want to. Some people like to do that. You don't really need to know any of this. They tell you all the important stuff. Boop. Alright, there you go. Hi, Sybil. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Okay, went to the library. I need to go to the guard post on the right over here. To steal, borrow weapons and stuff.
Oh, my lord, we were just,
How dare you playing cards?
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Cairn stationed us here.
Do you always question your duties?
No, my lord, of course not.
Then perhaps you better get back to work.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Freaking neglecting their duties.
It has begun.
Key required. Why did someone stab that guy in the dick? What the? Right in the dick. What the fuck? Why would you? That ain't right. Damn. What the fuck? That is brutal. Ooh, it's uncomfortable. What's over here? Oh, church. Andastra, Bride of the Maker. Andastra. There you go. You can read, pause and read if you want. It's long. Ooh, that's long. It's very, very long. There you go. Pause video. The chant of the light, the bright, the blight. Yeah, there's a lot of lore. A lot of lore.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
I would appreciate that, Mother Malol.
Please, child, call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Why do people do this for praying? Is it like a antenna or something? I don't. Maker, watch over us.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
Maker, forgive us all.
There now. I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me.
Could you answer a few questions?
I cannot. Many await my attendance before they march into the unknown. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
Do you not realize I'm the player? And I want the lore? Madam?
I shall do it.
Locked. All these places are locked around here.
Good evening, my lord.
You didn't make the antenna, so no. I guess. This is one of my favorite RPGs of all time, too. And yes, I am playing it.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yeah, he's just covered in blood. Don't worry about him. Yes, there were giant rats in the larder.
Ah, marvelous. Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my punk master of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
Oh. Don't worry. I am a master at the sword. If you want, we can sword fight later.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra.
Ew.
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Perhaps we should speak alone sometime, Iona.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Yes,
Good
do
evening, your lordship.
Hello, mother.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Did you know there's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
The Darkspawn have returned. Grey Wardens are needed. This game needs a hero.
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Okay, you need to take a little bit lighter on the eye shade, madam. It's a little intense. Do you know where Fergus might be?
If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
Why can't I go with father and Fergus?
I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
What if they fall without me?
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can.
I have a bad feeling about all this.
As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me, but it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
Are you staying at the castle?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
I was about to suggest that myself.
Delightful. Then there's no argument.
Do you know where Fergus might be?
If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
I should go.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
What brought this on?
You've grown up so fast. And now Bryce is leaving you in charge of the castle. I suppose there's no point in dwelling on it. Go do what you must, then. I will see you soon.
I love you too, mother. There needs to be a kiss button. Why are you still covered in blood? Let's pet the doggy. Aw, pet the doggy. It's a good boy. It's a dirty boy, needs a bath.
Good evening, my lord.
Execute that man. That texture is solid black.
It is begun. I shall do it.